Presently, we have two mode of construction, PPP and public funded projects. BOT mode, then we have BOT annuity, then public funded projects. We are well conversant with public funded projects because till now we are doing these type of projects only. These are also item rate contracts also, where we paid to the contractor based upon the rates quoted by him for all quantities. So basically here the risk of variation in quantity is borne by the employer. Contractor is paid for the quantity executed, lesser defect liability period. Government retained, this is important, government retained a major portion of the obligations including estimates, loss of toll revenue on account of delayed completion. This is the major problem we are facing. All our item rate contracts are running late by 1 year to 2 years. So lot of revenue loss due to account of delayed completion, prone to time and cost overrun because inadequate project preparation and estimation by the consultants or authority results in large construction risk to the government. Then EPC mode. This is the new mode of construction which we are going to start. Instead, we have started already. RFQ has been done by the ministry for 22 projects. We have already pre-qualified 58 contractors for 22 projects to be executed by ministry as well as NHAI. Here basically responsibility for investigation, design and construction assigned to the contractor. This is the major difference. Precision and predictability of cost and time. I have tried to give the basis of EPC document. Basically it is a planning commission document which we have tailored based upon our experience and discussions with the contracting agency as well as consultants and number of meetings in the ministry, Department of Economic Affairs, Planning Commission, and then we have tailored this new document. Here we are given full freedom to plan the construction schedule to the contractors, basically. Efficient use of its manpower, equipment and resources. Because contractor has to do the designing, he has to plan the things as per his requirements and he can go ahead with the things. I am just skipping because I have half an hour. I will be basically focusing on RFQ and RFP. EPC document basically in detail will be dealt by my colleague Mr. Srivastava. Here in the EPC document, EPC mode of construction, contractor shall be paid 1.5% of the contract. This is maintenance also. We have included 2 years maintenance in this also. For World Bank projects, we have included 5-year maintenance. For ministries and NHAI funded projects, we have included 2 years of maintenance. Ministry is coming up with World Bank projects also, where we have mentioned 5 years of maintenance period. So we will be paying to the contractor 1.5% of the contract price for the first year and 2% for the second year. In World Bank projects, we will be paying 2.5% for third year onwards till 5th year. Defect liability, as I mentioned, 2 years for the road projects, 5 years for the major bridges and other structures. Defect liability in World Bank project will be 5 years. Bonus clause has also been introduced, so you have to give incentive to the contractor to complete the projects before the scheduled completion. So we are giving bonus at the rate of 0.03% of the contract price for each day, subject to the maximum limit of 3%. And along with that, we have introduced the damages clause also, where contractor has to pay damages at the rate of 0.05% of the contract price for delay of each day, subject to maximum of 10% of the contract price. Obligation by authority, this is very important. All our earlier projects have been delayed due to non-acquisition of land, forest clearance, and ROBs problems, not approval of GADs by railways.